Hello everyone, today I'm gonna compare the JPEG and the RAW file. So the JPEG on the left side is the straight out of the camera JPEG with the classic chrome setting, and on the right hand side is the same setting that's straight loaded into the camera, the Lightroom. And the Lightroom just got updated to version 12. I'm not sure if it's like there's some improvement on it, but we can double check if there's any new ones just came to the so far I can see that it has the Ethernet, all the basic one in here, bridge bypass. Yep, so the classic Chrome. So many of you were asked on the previous one. So if you come to here, when you load it, the RAF raw file into the Lightroom Classic, then you come to here, automatically it detects the camera's default profile, and then you just double check if you want to change to the other one as well. So far within the coffee shop, I still like the classic chrome tone more. So because it's the raw file, it doesn't have any sharpening yet. Even though it's focused on eye, you can see that it's not sharpened yet. But let's do some side-by-side comparison. You can see that straight out of the camera, because I have one setting, sharpness +1, so the camera already processed it, the sharpening. So but this one you can just do it in the post, because it's a raw file. It doesn't have any sharpening applied yet, unless you have some filter, the preset set. But the color still pretty close when you straight load it into the Lightroom. So the classic chrome color is still pretty accurate. You can see the slightly less contrast from the Lightroom side, slightly less contrast, so that you can add some contrast later, and tone curve you can change later as well. But yeah, so far so good for these two. And then let me go to the another one. So if I click this one, yep, so this is similar thing. The tone from far away about the same tone, slightly lighter on the brown tone, but because it's no adjustment, it's the raw file, still pretty accurate when you load it into the Lightroom. And also the profile set you can change to other one, classic negative. So classic negative is available. Now target this one is also available. I think because of the latest update, it got these two added. Last time, since the last video, I didn't see it added, but that's a good thing that they added those available ones. So if you have the Lightroom, just load it into the Lightroom, check it, make sure to update to the version 12 just to see this extra profile that available. So that's pretty good, and the comparison between the JPEG and the raw file is still pretty good. And when you zoom in to the eye level, so let's zoom in, because you can see the straight out of the camera already sharpened the image. You can sharpen on the raw file later. Yep, so that's the differences between the raw. So straight out of the camera, the color is already very nice, so I don't need to do a lot of editing, just some slight adjustment and slight tilted, and that's it. It might just take 2 minutes for me just to edit quickly. Yeah, that's the one of the advantage of Fujifilm JPEG, is that I shoot both just in case you can adjust later on. So let me zoom in both around the same frame. You can see that it is super sharp on the JPEG side as well, and you can achieve the same thing on the raw file, but you have to do some sharpening on the eyes and then stuff. So for me, it saved a lot of time on the JPEG processing already. So just in case if you're going to travel and walking around the street, very quick edit, then you just go to use a JPEG. It's pretty sharp, very nicely. Yep, next one. So So this is the last one, still the window light. So let me zoom in to the eye level. Yeah, you can see that it's already very sharpening in the JPEG, but the color tone is still very nice. So it's a good color base to start your raw editing process if you want the raw editing process, because it has all this profile already set up. Then you can change up to different tone. You can see if I change up to the classic neck, you can just play around. All different ones like Pro Neck High and then ST standard one. So this one is pretty good also. This one is pretty good. So classic chrome is the most favorite. I like the tone, especially inside the coffee shop for the tone. Yep, so that's a quick comparison between the JPEG and then the raw file. So thanks so much for watching and stay tuned for more video coming up. Bye.